Hello everyone, and welcome back to Freedom Through Confidence. My name is Ben, and in this video today, I'm going to be answering a very important question in the self-development space, and that is, should you care about what people think about you? Now, there's a lot of advice out there in self-development, and especially with confidence and self-esteem and anxiety, that is constantly telling us absolutely you should not care what other people think about you. It's about what you want. It's about what you want to do with your life. You have got to be 100% authentic, and what other people think about you absolutely does not matter. And of course, if you've ever been in a job interview or been on a date, then you know that that is absolutely untrue. Of course it matters what other people think about you, you donut. It absolutely matters whether or not somebody thinks you're a good person or a bad person. It matters whether or not someone thinks that you are the right person for a job or the wrong person for a job. Whether you are someone that they want to spend the rest of their lives with, or whether they want to delete your number and block you on social media. All of these things matter, and anyone that says that it doesn't matter doesn't know what they're talking about. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective, human beings are pretty social creatures. We love to be around people. We love talking to people. We love eating with people. We love going out with people. We love watching other people on TV and YouTube. Hello. And other things. Now, another thing that often comes up with this don't care about what other people think mentality BS is that, you know, whatever someone else thinks about you, that's not your problem at all. That's their problem. You know, if they think X, Y, and Z, then why should that matter to you? The whole lions don't care about the opinions of sheep thing, which was definitely written by someone with a narcissism complex, I am 100% certain. And a lot of the time people take that to mean that they can go and do and say whatever they want to other people, because like it or not, most self-help advice, once it's taken to its logical and often extreme conclusion, means that yeah, more or less you can do whatever you want because no one else matters. It's all about you. Self-help as a concept is all about the individual. It's all about you. So if you do take it to its far-reaching conclusion, then it's, yeah, of course, like nothing matters. Other people don't matter. It's all about you. So why shouldn't you say whatever you want? Well, there's a pretty good reason why we have to think about what other people think about us. If you go back not too long ago in the grand scheme of things, when humans were primarily living tribally, then you will start to get to understand why it's so important what other people think about us. Because if you were someone that just didn't care about others and was always off doing your own thing, and you weren't a good complement to the tribe, you weren't contributing, you were just kind of bringing anarchy and chaos, then guess who would become an outcast? It would be you. And being a lone human, you know, at basically the beginning of history, was a very, very bad thing. It meant that you would almost certainly die. That's most likely where social anxiety came from, was that very, very old response still built into us to this day. And so a lot of the time people confuse just being a bit of an ass with being, you know, just being honest, bro. You know, the people who are like, oh well, I'm just brutally honest. It's like, no you're not. You just like saying offensive things to people because it makes you feel good about yourself. Like, there's no need to be brutally, radically honest, no matter what certain people in the self-help industry say. Like, radical honesty is gonna be the best policy maybe like 0.0001% of the time, and the rest of the time, whilst you have to be honest, and whilst it's good to be honest, you don't have to say whatever pops into your mind, because most of what pops into our minds is completely nonsensical and stupid anyway. Like, if you spend even a little bit of time just actually paying attention to the thoughts that go through your mind, you realize that most of them are absolutely meaningless, especially the negative thoughts that we have. So yes, you should absolutely care about what other people think about you, because sometimes you just don't have the right personality for the right situation. I used to be like this a lot. I was the guy that was always trying to make edgy and offensive jokes, mostly to cover up my own insecurities, which you'll often find is a theme with people who are just trying to be edgy for the sake of being edgy. Nothing against edgy jokes, because I still use them, but now I don't use them to mask my insecurities, and I know how to read the room and pick the right audience. Most importantly, I know that if I tell a joke and it absolutely bombs, then that's my fault because I didn't read the room appropriately. In that case, I'm the problem, and I either take the dreadful silence on the chin and move on, or I apologize and just crack on with the day. Whereupon I'll probably remember it 3 years later when I'm desperately trying to get some sleep before a big day, and your brain does that thing where it's like, oh, you remember that time you told that joke and nobody laughed, so you just said it slightly louder, and then yeah, it was just embarrassing for everyone there. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Like, it's genuinely one of the worst things in the world. And again, this isn't me saying that you shouldn't be yourself and that you shouldn't be authentic, but you do need to understand that the things that you do and say will have a consequence, and you can't just pretend that other people's thoughts and opinions don't matter when they genuinely do. So you should absolutely do your thing. You should be unique. You should do what's right, not what's popular. You should express yourself with authenticity, but you have got to do that in the right way. You have got to take other people's thoughts and feelings into consideration. Otherwise, you are really going to struggle with things like building your social skills, or moving forward with your career, or finding a relationship, unless somebody wants to be in a relationship with somebody who's just got bad behavior, which you'll find isn't going to be a hugely successful relationship. So to summarize, yes, you should absolutely care what other people think about you if you want to progress in your life. Yeah, sometimes it sucks that other people have opinions that don't line up with yours, but you're going to have to suck that up and get on with it, because unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective, that's the way the world works. So that's all I've got for today in this video. I hope you have found it useful or informative or entertaining or some other adjective. If you have done, make sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know what your thoughts and questions are in the comment section down below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if this is the kind of content that you think is useful, that you enjoy. I'm putting out a video every single day at this point, so if this is what you want, make sure to subscribe. But for now, that's the end of the video, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos here on this channel very soon.